it comes to Linux, you can never possibly remember every command, and that's where cheat sheets become very important. TLDR pages have become my preferred choice when it comes to cheat sheets for Linux commands. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why. This is the GitHub repository for the official Python command line client for TLDR pages. As always, I will make sure to include the link for this repository in the description of this video. So this is different than TLDR. This is different than tldr. This is a Python client for TLDR pages. We scroll further down the page. We have numerous ways of installing this. My preferred way of getting this installed is going to be to use pipx. By using pipx, we can get this up and running inside of an isolated environment, and I really like that. So if you run what is on pipx, you're going to get back that this is used to install and execute apps from Python packages. You can also run apt info on pipx. That'll give you back some more information on this. And what's really nice about using pipx is that it runs with regular user permissions. So you are never calling sudo pip install. And that is very, very important. So this essentially allows you to execute binaries from Python packages inside of isolated environments. It makes the installation very quick, very easy, and for the most part, pretty secure. First, you're going to want to make sure that you update your repositories by running sudo apt update. And then you're going to run sudo apt install pipx. Just going to run pipx install tldr. And it is literally that easy. It is installed and it is ready to go. So now if I run which on tldr, it pulls up the path for where TLDR is located on my system. And we should be able to pull up the help options by running TLDR with -- help. So to list out all available commands for the operating system that you're running this on, you can use -l. Now you're going to see that when we do that, we're going to get absolutely nothing back. So let's run TLDR with -l. The reason why is because we have yet to actually update the cache. So to update the cache, we need to run -u or --update. This will update the local cache of pages. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to run TLDR with --update. It's a very quick process. You can see that it updated the cache for the English language, and we have 7,094 entries. So if we run TLDR with -l, we actually get a listing of all the cheat sheets that are now available to us. If we run TLDR on TLDR, you can actually pull up a cheat sheet for TLDR itself. So you can actually print the TLDR page for a random command simply by copying this string here at the bottom. But if I paste that command in and then hit enter, it's pretty cool because it does actually randomly select a command. This is the type of thing that you would put in your bash rc file, and every time you open up a shell or a terminal on your system, it automatically fetches a random command for you. And I could just rerun this over and over again and potentially learn a new command every single time that I use it. So you may be asking yourself, where are all of these cheat sheets installed? The cheat sheets are going to be installed inside of .cache/TLDR inside of a directory called pages. And they have been broken up and divided into categories. You can see all of those categories on the screen. So every single cheat sheet is assigned to one of the following categories. What category that command gets assigned to is mainly dependent upon what system that command would normally be ran on. And it's not as intuitive as it first appears. An example of that would be with ADB. You would think that the ADB cheat sheet would be found under Android, but it's actually not. It's actually inside of, I believe, Common. So if I run ls on Common followed by ADB, it is located inside of the Common category, and it is not located inside of Android. Now, understanding how TLDR pages are written completely changed how I use them. Let me show you what I mean. So there is actually a separate page that exists for additional subcommands. So in the case of ADB, you see that there is a separate page for all of these various subcommands that start with ADB, like ADB connect, ADB devices, ADB forward. And that is why, for example, we can do things like run TLDR on ADB, and this is what we get back. But then we can pick one of these, like ADB shell, and we can rerun TLDR on ADB shell, and it pulls up another cheat sheet for that. We can actually continue to do this. We can go further on into the subcommands, and I can run TLDR on ADB shell PM, and I pull up yet another cheat sheet. And I didn't know this at first, and by not knowing this, I was missing out on a vast amount of power that was available to me with these TLDR cheat sheets. All right, so now that you have an understanding of the structure of one of these files, let's create our own. There is a video that I am currently working on with not one, but two flipper zeros, because what is better than a flipper zero? Two flipper zeros. So there is this very cool thing that you can do with more than one flipper zero. You can actually communicate with other flipper zeros using sub-gigahertz frequencies. And I am actually in the middle of working on a video that shows you how this process works. In the making of that video, I actually created my own custom TLDR cheat sheet to help me remember the specific commands associated with using a flipper zero to communicate with another flipper zero in the command line using sub-gigahertz. It's a very, very cool thing that you can do. Not a huge amount of people have actually demonstrated this, so it's going to make for an interesting video. But the actual cheat sheet that I created for this, I gave the title of flipper-sub-gigahertz-chat. We now know that each one of these cheat sheets needs to end in .md. So piggybacking off of the structure of what the file needs to look like, I created this custom TLDR cheat sheet. Open that up, take a look at it. This is what it looks like. And this is yet another thing that I wasn't initially aware of that you could do with TLDR. And now that I know these things, it's a game changer for me. It is an absolute game changer. And cheat is a thing of the past for me. It's from here on out, it's TLDR. So if we pull up the help options for TLDR again, there is this very cool help option available to us with -r or --render. This will allow you to render a local Markdown file. So essentially what this is doing is, if you have created your own custom cheat sheet, you can render it with a -r. So if I run TLDR followed by -r and then specify my custom flipper sub-gigahertz chat TLDR cheat sheet, this is what we get back. I just need to determine which category I want to send it to, right? So once again, we're gonna list out those various categories, and I would probably put this in the Linux category. I'm gonna need sudo privileges for this, so I'm gonna actually copy that TLDR page over to the copy it over to the Linux category, and you have to give it a name instead of having to remember this very long name. I'm just going to give it the name of Flipper, and you do need to make sure that it ends in .md. So I'll go ahead and copy that over to that path, and once that has completed, you should now be able to reference that particular TLDR page by running TLDR on Flipper. And there we go. So this is perhaps the coolest part of this whole process. So we have now created our own custom TLDR page, and we did it for the Flipper. Perhaps the first one in existence, actually. How cool is that? Let's say that English is not your first language. Maybe Spanish is your first language. Vamos a pasarla bien, pues. If you do, in fact, speak more than one language and English is not your primary language, well, check this out. TLDR actually has a help option that is built into it. You do not need to configure this. It works out of the box. You can actually specify -L followed by a particular language. What languages are supported, that I do not know, though I have tried some that you would imagine are, such as French and Spanish, and they are in fact supported. So let me give you an example. So we can actually run, this is probably my favorite thing, by the way. I think this is just absolutely amazing that they have incorporated this into TLDR. So we can run TLDR on a command. We'll use ADB, for example, and then we're going to use -L, and we're going to provide it with ES for Spanish, and hit enter. And now we have a TLDR page in Spanish. Come on, man. De eso estoy hablando, pues. Pues yo no puedo creer que eso está pasando en el terminal solamente con un... Alright, I'm done. I'm done. You get the point. I am so incredibly impressed by this feature. So you can also do the same thing for French by typing FR. And we now have our ADB cheat sheet in French. Bon Dieu de bon Dieu. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec toi? TLDR. Need I say any more? Alright, listen, my French is not as good as my Spanish. Let's face it, it sucks. But you guys get the point. Alright, so if you are not using the fish shell like I am, most likely you're going to be using bash. If you don't know which shell you are using, it's very simple to determine that. All you have to do is run echo $, and then reference the variable shell in all caps, and this will tell you what shell you are currently using. I am using the bash shell. Now, to get the auto completion up and running for TLDR with bash, you're going to need to know where the system stores the completion scripts for all of your tools. And on Ubuntu, that location is going to be inside of /user /share /bash completion, and finally completions. So it is inside of this path that you're going to see a lot of different commands. If we were to take a look at any one of these, so I see that there is a docker command, for example. If I were to cat out the contents of that file, you're going to see a very long script. Now, this is the auto completion script for Docker. So once you have determined that path, where that location in the file system resides, then you're simply going to run tldr with --print completion followed by bash. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and then I'm going to run the following command with sudo privileges. I'm going to use my nano text editor, and I'm going to create and open up a file simultaneously inside of /user/share --completions, and finally the name that we're going to give this file is going to be tldr. And I'm going to paste the contents into the terminal, Control X, Y, enter. Finally, I'm going to source the file by running the source command on that path. And hit enter. And what that effectively does is that makes that active and available right now. After sourcing that file, we now should have auto completion available for us inside of our bash shell. So we can test that out by running tldr, and I'm going to do a dash and then hit tab. And as you can see, it has auto completed for us the remaining options available to us. So that is auto completion, and that is how you get it up and running for tldr. All right, that's going to be it for this video. What do you guys think about tldr pages? What do you use for cheat sheets? Let us know. Maybe we'll do a future video on your cheat sheet of choice. If you haven't done so already, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a comment below. As always, keep learning and stay fresh. We will see you in the next video.
Quit the job, burn the bridge, no plan B in sight. Bet it all on a vision, now I grind every night. Fridge getting empty, but the dream's still alive. Fresh forensics in my chest, that's the reason I survive. No safety net below me, no hand to hold tight. Just discipline daily and the screen glowing white. When the pressure gets heavy, I don't fold, I ignite. Built from the struggle, now I'm sharp in the fight.